Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Damian Oliver and this is my playthrough for FTB Infinity Evolved. Um, if you've been following my series from now, you'll probably notice that there's something missing. Um, After the last episode, I kind of moved the logistics pipes system because that was more or less a temporary experimenting thing. And also in between episodes, I got rid of my cobble generator, which was, I wouldn't say it was ugly or inefficient, but it took up a lot of room. So I finally upgraded to something a bit better, which frankly I probably should have done a while ago, but oh well. So as you can see, I now have the piping system going up over there, and it goes all the way over there where you'll see I've kind of gotten started on some things. In fact, I still got a bit of a project going right now with my lasers. I just kind of left the storage chest here to show you where everything was. I'm not sure why, but we just hit a massive ice spike. Okay, well, whatever. Um, Something else, I've been smashing a bunch of cobblestone mainly to get, mainly to get sand, and I'm trying to sift through that because, frankly, just like my cobble generator was taking up a lot of room, so do these water wheels, like a lot of room. So I'm trying to get some electrotine, which is the only way to get these solar panels. Unfortunately, unlike the redstone and everything, there doesn't really seem to be a good way of getting electrotine except for sieving sand. And I suppose you might be able to get the ore from the laser? No, I guess you can't even do that. So yeah, it looks like I just gotta sieve a bunch of sand to get all this, which is frankly a bit annoying. I mean, sifting sand does give me a little bit of ore, yeah, but it also gives me beans, cactus seeds, exotic and ancient spore seeds, which, don't get me wrong, all of them do have uses, so it's not the end of the world sieving these. But they do take up a lot of inventory space because they don't compress down. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with those. I'll probably avoid a lot of them or something. Like I said, minor annoyance. But as you can see up there, I now have two chests up there. I've actually been experimenting a little bit with logistics pipes in between, so I'll kind of show you what's going on. But one of the chests up there has a simple pipe on it, which is just an extraction pipe. It just takes cotton and redstone out of here. And I think I might be able to click on it like this. There we go. So yeah, it's just an extraction module. Nothing fancy about it. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. The other one here is the request pipe, which is something I don't think we got into last time. But basically, I put a chest here, and I don't even really need a chest, really. But I can right-click on it with this, and I can request all the things that are inside my network right now, which is a good majority of my materials and food right now. Obviously, there are a couple of chests that are not connected, such as this one and this one over here. But as most of them are, basically one-off items. I mean, they don't stack very well, or they're things I don't get a whole lot of. I'm not too particularly concerned with getting them at the moment. I might put all this stuff down there, but we'll see. For right now, this is mainly so I can access the system from the top floor without having to go up and down. But I'll probably move this into the house and make something of a workspace shop shortly. The other things I've been doing, so you can see I got it coming around here, and I now have it basically plugged in. Thank you for all the unnecessary ink squids. I now got it plugged into this battery over here, which, if you remember, this is the energy cell that doesn't transmit as much power to the laser table, or perhaps I shouldn't say that. It's not that it doesn't transmit as much power. It just gets throttled because of the capacity of these wires. Basically, the laser table has to drain all of power out of this one while only getting about 10% of the power from this one until this one runs out. And then they both start transferring as much power as they possibly can through that one wire. So, a bit of an energy flooding there, but that does make it the perfect candidate to keep this charge, which holds, I want to say, twice the amount? Yeah, it holds twice the amount of this battery. So on one hand, it is a significant energy drain, but on the other hand, transferring items does not take up as much energy as you might think. And frankly, this makes it so if my machines go dead due to lack of power, my inventory sorting and crafting can still possibly keep going, which is kind of nice. So there's that. Now we come over here. This is where most of the improvements have been happening. For one thing, I moved every drawer and everything down here I had, and I actually had to make a drawer key, which is the one here, and that locks the drawers. By which I mean it gives this little symbol right there. And when something's locked, means I can't put anything out of it, or put anything into it, or take anything out of it that it doesn't already have. For example, I don't think I can put, oh, I guess I can put things into it. But once I take them back out, see, I've taken everything out of that insect one. It still shows a 0 up there, Wayla, but it won't let me get rid of it. So I might as well put the insects there for now. The reason I had to do this is because the way the drawer controller works is you right-click on it and you deposit everything in it. If there is no possible opening or something does not yet have a drawer, it won't take that item. For whatever reason, Logistics Pipes kind of ignores that, and it will take any item it can and put it into the drawer controller, as long as it still shows that it has an empty space, aka an empty drawer. And that means the drawer controller will have to create a drawer for that. So there's that. Now I have kind of done some things with them. Some optimization here and rearrangement. So you got like the sawdust and the woods together. The aluminum was put there mainly because I kind of ran out of room out here, and apparently aluminum does not have a block, which is kind of annoying. I suppose I should probably check that before I just said that, but okay, so it does have a block. For some reason, yeah, for some reason Ex Nihilo won't, or the door mods won't convert it. That should be a shapeless, I would think. It might just be this or dictionary ingot, which might be a missing recipe or something I'll need to convert, which is unfortunate. But it shouldn't be too hard, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I've been trying to compact things, keep them together in like pairs, because we've got, like, you know, cotton seeds turning into string, which turns into wool, glass and sand, glass panes, even the electrine is over here, or at least some of it, and that's more for auto processing later. And then I got all my metals over here. I included one for ink bar because we were getting a fair number of that. We also got one for ferrous because we were maxing out on that. Then we had the one from redstone, which I think I showed you last time, and now we got one for cobblestone, which does the single, the double, and the triple compress. Or sorry, the single, the compressed, and the double compressed stones all in one block, which is great because that really helps compress them and save drawer space, because each one of these sections holds, I want to say 8 stacks of whatever it is. and 8 stacks of double compressed cobblestone is a lot of cobblestone. For that reason, I've also made this here, which is the igneous extruder. It's not a hard recipe by any means. Just basically takes some glass, some copper gears, the servo piston, and the frame. And what happens is if you give it lava and you give it water, which you just right click on it with a bucket of each, it will start producing cobblestone automatically. It does not consume power. It's a little bit slower than the other one, but this one doesn't have as many tick rate or tick per I should say per tick functions. The other one tried to break a block every tick it could. This one I think only breaks it every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about every 5 seconds, if that. The nice thing is if you keep it on the cobblestone mode, it will not consume any of these. If you do it on stone or obsidian, it does consume some. Not sure if it says how much. No, it does not seem to. Okay. I know obsidian takes one bucket of water and lava per obsidian it makes, which makes it really inefficient compared to the one we have up there, if prettier and in a smaller space. I think stone only takes like 100 of each, but I would have to double check that. Cobblestone, like I said, is basically free. As long as it has lava and water in each tank, it doesn't care. It doesn't cost anything. Now, there is an augment. So if I spell that right again, but there is an augment. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. It's these batch size ones. I can give these augments, and it basically produces a more per operation, plus it reduces the amount of water consumed. So I could have this thing pumping out a full stack of cobblestone per operation if I wanted to. Of course, that requires a resident machine, so I'm not sure if I really need that. But that is an option. Of course, at that point, even the obsidian is damn near free. So, there's that. Well, correction. Free as far as water is concerned. I'm not sure if it will take up lava or discount the price of lava for that one. So, like I said, there's that. Now, over here is something I've been kind of experimenting with. There's another request pipe. I think that was my first one. And over here is just kind of a miscellaneous drawer, which I've been. This is a Mach 2 chassis, which, by the way, chassis don't seem to be upgraded directly from one another. So you kind of have to just get the basic pipe and then the materials and upgrade that way. Not a bad thing. The only difference between the chassis pipes is the number of modules it can hold. Mach 1 can only hold 1, Mach 2 can only hold 2, Mach 3 can only hold 3, Mach 4 can only hold 4, and Mach 5 for some reason jumps straight to 8. So, yeah. I guess that one does upgrade directly, but the rest don't. So, it's just a lot of materials, really. Actually, it's not even a whole lot of materials. That's fairly cheap, actually. That's 3 iron, 2 redstone, and gold. That one's only an extra diamond and redstone. So I suppose it's a bit of a time requirement that's using the chipset recipes. But like I said, it's not terrible by any means. And basically what that does is it gives you more slots here. Now the ones I'm using right now are the writer one, which basically if there's a request for an item, such as for a crafting system, it will send the item through the network. The other one is the mod-based item sync, so if there's any item in the network does not have a place to go, if it matches one of these mods, it will go into there. And basically, all you have to do that is, let's see what's a good one to put in. Yeah, immersive engineering is probably a good one. You just take an item from the mod, you put it up here in the corner. That creates a phantom one, so whatever you got is not going to be deleted or anything. And you just click add. And like I said, anytime a item from one of these mods goes into the system, it will go into this pipe, which is the reason why I made it so big. I might actually make that a diamond, but all of these mods are kind of, they're stuff that I don't get like monster drops or anything from. They're all stuff that I have to build, so they're secondary components. They're not materials, they're just components of machines. So there's that. Similarly, I got this one up here, which is just the polymorphic, which well, it's just a provider and the polymorphic. And polymorphic basically says that anytime there is any item in the system that matches something in the inventory of this drawer controller, which includes all these drawers, then it's included in, then it will come to the system. I think it will come here before it will go here due to distance. But there are ways of changing that too. I just don't remember how to change that priority off the top of my head. I suppose you could probably, no, you can't. Oh, that's an unrouted, so that's why. Some pipes you can click on and change the priority, I know that. But those are mainly things of like junctions, like that one up there, which I can't quite get. But yeah, you can kind of change the priority of them. I would assume I put another junction back here. No, I did not. So yeah, they would definitely go to the drawer controller first. But then anyways, there's also the pipe over here which connects it to the same network. And as you can see here, I have a lot of signs. And you might be wondering how I got the items to appear here. That's because there is something in logistics spike called the crafting sign creator. Despite the little C there, no, this is not a creative mode item. You can see the damage bar there. It is slightly expensive to make, but it's not terrible. And basically you just go up to a pipe and shift click, and it'll either create a sign or it will add whatever's in the pipe right now. Now these are all crafting pipes, and crafting pipes on their own don't do much. They just show you the inputs, and it's basically the request pipes. They also export for it. What you need to do though is you need to have one of these crafting tables, and these two are fuzzy. This one's the basic one. And basically it's going to take, anytime I request a diamond pipe or anything that needs a diamond pipe, it will either take it from the inventory or it will use this recipe to create some for me. That means we can craft things like, remember those solar panels? If I have all the recipes for all of these items, including all the steps below it, I can request an ultimate solar panel, and even though I may not necessarily have the advanced solar panels, it will try to create them for me. So it is kind of a nice little gimmick there. It's kind of like the AE crafting, but this one is a bit more visual and does take up a bit more room. Now these signs are basically covers for the pipes, so they don't actually come out to the block here. So this doesn't take up a whole lot of room. The only problem is like I said, you do need to have the crafting pipes and the crafting tables. You cannot, they don't seem to work one without the other. Or at least I haven't found a way to do so yet. So, but on the other hand, if I do request something, let's say, let's request another crafting or compacting drawer. Actually, I don't think I had the stone. Give me 1 second. Okay, welcome back, guys. solely for purposes of storage. I could have just left the stone inside my furnace and gone to the crate, which is connected to the system. I could have done that if I wanted, but solely for purposes of storage, I did make a drawer here. And that did show me this here, which is one of those cases where there was something in the system, and it was trying to make room for something. So, yeah. So I got the redstone there, and since I can't, I'll actually have to unlock this, because remember, I can take all the redstone from this, but it will still keep that there. So if I quickly lock, nope, there we go. There, that should make sure the redstone does not show back up, because I have plenty of space for redstone in my compacting drawer, like plenty of space. Now that should be set, and I do have 10 stone, so that should be good. I will want to be able to automate that eventually, but for right now, that's fine. So let me request a compacting drawer real quick, just to show you guys how this works. Now, one of the things to note is the request drawer will only show things that it has in the system already, or things that it can craft. And there is a one here that shows both. You can click that to show just craftables and stuff that just has the supplies. Of course, there's also the search function here, so compacting, there we go. And there's that. And there does have a button here for a pop-up to show you whether or not that's confirmed, or whether or not it doesn't have enough. Frankly, it's a, excuse me guys, sorry about that. Having the pop-up there is a little annoying, but it is kind of nice to because it does let you know that if something failed, it will tell you what it's missing. And it does give you an option to pop it up in the logs too. So, the rest of this, I'm not entirely sure. The content, I'm not sure what that means. I know the refresh shows you, or basically refresh the list in case, like for example, you got this on a quarry and it's not updating fast enough, because I think this only updates like every 5 seconds or something like that. But yeah, it does also show you ways of switching the sorting. Not that it really matters. So let's go ahead and request. Can't hurt to have two. Whoops. Can't hurt to have 2 of them. That's a little much. Just as a reminder, 1 plus or minus is plus or minus 1. 2 symbols is plus or minus 10. And the triple plus, I think, means that it will try to craft as many as possible with the items that are currently in the settings. Or maybe it's just a full stack. Never mind. Yeah, definitely a full stack. So if for some reason you cannot get that, it will tell you on the pop-up what you're missing. This is what I meant by being kind of nice to see, but also kind of annoying because you have to see that every time. I can just hit OK, or I can hit log, and it will show me down here in my chat what I'm missing. So that way I can just go about my business, trying to get those materials, and as I need to come up and figure it out later, I can just refer to my chat log. So there's that. So now let's actually try to request those legitimately. I think 2 should be doable. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. That one. Okay, apparently I'm 1 stone short, so we'll just do the 1 then. I am 1 stone short of that too? No, that can't be right. Oh, that's why. My system here says to leave one per item, which is a good thing for most cases with item syncs, because the item sync will only give you an item if that item is already in the inventory. I thought I gave this thing 10, but I don't know where the rest went. That should do it. Now, truthfully, with the locks here, it will keep the items in question. So I don't think I actually need to have that one item sync available, or that one hole available. But it doesn't hurt to have. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Since I have everything locked here, if I remove the stone, I think it will still keep the stone in the system. It's just counted as a phantom inventory slot, but I'm not 100% positive on that. Something I may have to test later when you guys aren't waiting to see this in action. So let's take a look here and request that. Okay, it says it's successful. And then we see it move all of our items through here, and they buzz about, going through and crafting all the necessary items. And there we go. And like that, it's oh, we did have one already. Okay. Like that, it's gone ahead and crafted all the items. And that basically meant that it went through and made the pistons, and possibly the, well, correction, I haven't taught it how to do the planks yet. I'm going to work on that. But it's done the pistons and did a single drawer, drawer. So that's not terribly hard. Now, most of these are using just the logistics crafting table, because it just needs glass and diamonds. There is an ore dictionary diamond, which you can use. It's the industrial diamond, which is from Industrial Craft 2. They're not hard to make. They are just a repetition-based thing. And it takes a bit of time. I don't think the industrial diamonds can be used for everything that a diamond can be used for, though. So that might not be a bad idea to switch it to that, just so we can have the diamonds that are more readily available. But unlike the industrial diamonds, which are about a 7 to 10 step process, I can get diamonds from my sieve over there almost automatically. I want to say I have a crud ton of diamonds right now. Probably not as much as I have gold, which I have. Rough math says 90 times 70, that's a little over 630 gold, so I don't think I have that many diamonds, but I still have quite a few. So I'm not too terribly concerned about that. What I am concerned about, though, is things like this logistic crafting system, because, or the logistics crafting table, sorry. That is this one right here. And the reason I'm concerned about that is because it has all these rotating wooden planks here. What the crafting system is limited to is if you use a crafting table, it will only use the one item that is assigned to it. Like I said, the diamonds do have an ore dictionary with the industrial diamonds, but these will only use the diamonds because they're just a crafting table. They're not a fuzzy one. That's where the fuzzy ones come in handy. With the fuzzy table, it has the same recipe here. And basically what happens is I just hover over it, and I can then change what it will look for. So it won't just look for oak wood planks. This one will also look for anything that has the same ore dictionary, the same ore dictionary or the same ore prefix, but it will ignore the NBT data. What that means is if I look at planks, the oak planks are item number 5, basically. That's the 5 there at the end. And then when we get to spruce wood planks, which are really just a coloration difference from the oak planks, there's no other systematic difference. They are both identically the same, just different colors. That's where the NBT data comes along. And in this case, this is item 5 with an MBT data of 1. That's an MBT data of 2, so on and so forth. There are other planks that come from different different mods, excuse me. And they all have higher MBT data, but they have different item numbers. So they would not be compatible with this current recipe, which frankly is kind of annoying, but I don't know a way around that except for making another crafting table for all of these, or, you know, just using the basic wood types, which is what I'm currently using. I don't even think I can get a hold of most of these right now. I suppose I could make it do the colored wood blocks, but yeah. Anyways, the other one here is ignore damage. This is mainly for items that may be used. For example, the industrial craft hammer. You want it to use the hammer no matter what damage is at. Otherwise, if you just put the hammer recipe in there, it's going to use the hammer only if it has 100% durability or matching durability, whatever hammer you put in the slot. If that makes sense. Basically, Minecraft counts a hammer at 100% durability as a different item than a hammer at 99% durability. So unless you have this clicked on, it's not going to work. Now, for easy reference, you saw how I clicked this and that left corner of that plank is lighting up. For easy reference, these will light up to show you what's currently active on those. So there's only one type of crafting table, at least I'm pretty sure there's only one sort of crafting table. Yeah. Sometimes Natura and Biome Supply might add extra crafting tables, but this one only has the one. And I believe there's only one sort of chest that works for this recipe. That was not what I wanted to do. I guess there's a trap chest, but that won't work for this recipe. So, like I said, those don't really need it. There's also only one stone gear and one wooden gear. So I wouldn't need it for that, and I don't think I would need it for the diamond. But if I wanted to get something with an iron gear, I would have to go through and make sure all the iron gears are included, which I imagine is probably one of the ore prefix things, because they aren't. I don't think they're considered ore dictionaried. I'll have to experiment with that a little bit later, but that's basically how the system works. Right now you can kind of see everything I've got on here, and the system basically is capable of producing its own unrouted transport pipes. It's basically just the pipes and the crafting and pipe and table. So it has the basics it needs to be able to produce more of the system right now. The only downside is it can make the cobblestone pipes and the diamond pipes relatively easy if I give them cobblestone and diamond, which, as you can see, is not actually in this drawer system right now. So that's part of the problem with it right now, is I can't, it doesn't have a route over to the actual ore production yet. I'm working on that. And I think in the long run, what I'm probably going to do is basically feed all of this into one chest and have that go into the system, or at least be considered as part of the system. Like, I'll make this chest here have everything in it and be a diamond chest, which is an absolutely huge inventory space. And then I'll have one of the logistics chassis here, so that whenever an item is needed, it can pull it straight from that chest. And I might even just have the system set up to make the ore gravels and stuff itself. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it do sorry guys, I lost my train of thought there. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it do the ore sand or the ore gravel, or if I'm just going to have it send the, whoops, that was the wrong item. I'm not sure if he's going to have to do the sand or the dust, simply because I can pulverize the gravel by itself, and I'm only losing approximately, I don't know, like 10% of the ore. It's not terrible by any means, and quite frankly, I'm with the way that I got the iron or the redstone plants up there, I can start getting into planting the other ore plants and just, you know, producing nuggets at a rapid rate. So I wouldn't even need to worry about smelting them at that point. So we'll see about that. It is getting to be about time to wrap up though, so I think I'm going to say goodbye for now. Do keep an eye out on my channel though. I am going to be doing something for this weekend since I don't really have much planned. Probably either, I want to do a little bit of a backlog, so we don't have such sporadic updates anymore, because I know it's been really bad the last couple of weeks. But I also want to maybe check out Overwatch, which just came out of beta. Well, just came out of public actually. So I might do a little bit of that. Just fair warning, I'm not the greatest Overwatch player in the world. And I might do a bit of Stellaris or Masters of Orion. If you do want to see one or the other, again, please do let me know. But I'm kind of playing around with a couple of different races and stuff in each one. Like I said, I like Masters of Orion overall as the game is concerned, because it is something of a more casual game. I could play an entire Master of Orion game in about one day, possibly sooner if I really wanted to, depending on how many AIs, etc. are there. Of course, this is considering normal, so, you know, some give or take there. Stellaris, on the other hand, is significantly more complicated, which is good in some ways, but it does make the games a bit longer too. On the other hand, the race creation tools in Stellaris are generally better than the one in Masters of Orion. So yeah, I might just do a video to showcase those. So that will be interesting. But for now, I think that's all I'm going to do. So my name is Damien Oliver. Thanks for checking out my channel. Again, if you have any comments, suggestions, or concerns with anything I'm doing so far, or if you just want to weigh in on what I should make a video of, do send me a comment or even a message on YouTube or Twitch. I should warn you that I haven't been doing a whole lot of Twitch lately, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing Twitch, honestly, because we now have live streaming on YouTube, so we'll have to see how that goes. In the meantime, have fun.